What's up, Kingdom Cares? Back again with another video, episode 3, here on my boy Aaron. And today we're gonna speak on unforgiveness. You know, unforgiveness, how it's like it's a major thing in today's society. Like I feel like people struggle with. But yeah,
Nah, I definitely feel like that's major right now. I feel like um, it has an effect on people. It's taking a toll on people, and it's really causing damage. People have been through real trauma, and I feel like they've been through X, Y, and Z, and I feel like it's just hindering them in a lot of ways, and myself included.
right. Right. So speaking on unforgiveness, how do you feel like bro, unforgiveness um, affects people mentally as well as spiritually?
Um, Mentally, I feel like it makes so like when you are having that seed of unforgiveness in your heart,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the devil is able to capitalize off of that and
Wow.
make you become bitter and cold-hearted
Mm-hmm.
and numb and make you change as a person. So like if uh, I was a person to always want to give and give and do for people, but then those people that I'm giving to
Mm-hmm.
like steal from me or they taking advantage of me and abuse or whatever I'm doing my heart, the devil could capitalize off that and make it to where now I'm like, well, I ain't helping nobody then, and da da da. And now it's
Mm-hmm.
like he changed you as a person, and that's not good spiritually because God wants you, and He honors the fact that you are blessing others, and He's going to bless you because of that. But the devil can capitalize off of that. So I feel like mentally, it can make you redirect your whole thought process on how you're going to carry it towards certain people.
All right.
Spiritually, I feel like it caps you off. I feel like you can't go to certain levels. God can't take you in certain rooms and certain environments if you're not getting over this because you can not be prepared for a situation, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Like I feel like a God can't advance you somewhere and you're not prepared. Like I feel like, how should I say this? Like if you have unforgiveness in your heart, right? And look at like if you patch up a broken glass,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you can act like you whole, but then as you go in certain rooms, you still bleeding and leaking on people. You feel what I'm saying? It's causing problems and stuff that you're not prepared for. You're in a room that you're not prepared for. So I really feel like that's really how it really can affect you. And I feel like spiritually it just basically caps you off and
Mm-hmm.
God can't do what He wants to do in your life. And you blocking your spiritual blessings and stuff like that.
Nah, right. That's true. Like, definitely, like, I believe, mentally, it could affect you for sure. Like, the fact that I feel like it also could just, again, change the way how, like you said, like, basically, like, just move. Like, I feel like having unforgiveness in your heart, it just makes you want to hate it. It makes you bring hatred to a person or,
Yeah.
again, try to avoid that person, try to duck that person. Again, just as well as like again not wanting to speak to him, you know what I mean, and just trying to close that door. But whole time it's just like that door can reopen anytime you see that person. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all that topic just comes up. You know what I'm saying? Like on why you don't forgive that person. You know what I mean? And as well as spiritually, like I feel like it could affect you just off the street, like you said, just block off. It opened many other doors, like you growing, you know what I mean, you growing to get to the next level in life, basically, like just letting that go, letting that past go hurt, like, because if you don't, again, like it will kind of block off, not only saying that like your blessings, but like
Or
just,
delay your blessings
yeah,
more
delay your
so. Yeah.
blessings, and as well as delay your spiritual growth, like, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
just getting closer, like on, if you know what I mean, going close, getting your spiritual journey towards God, you know what I mean, because it's just like, okay, you have to let go certain things, you know what I mean, whether that's again unforgiveness or just again living of this world for you to be able to change, you know what I mean, like change like within,
Hmm.
change as a person, you know what I mean, because if not, you just gonna, it's gonna feel like a loop, you know what I mean, like you're not growing. So I'm saying that's how I feel like, just having unforgiveness in your heart is, because it's just like, you're gonna have that consistent feeling. Again, when you see that person, that same thing comes up that you don't forgive them about, or just anything, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a trigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, do you feel like healing is like, do you feel like it's possible to heal without forgiveness?
Is it possible to heal without
Like, yeah,
forgiveness?
like, is healing possible? You know what I mean?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like if you don't forgive, like I said, I think I said it in one of the videos where I seen a quote where it says, unforgiveness is like drinking poison, hoping to affect somebody else.
Hmm.
So whether you
That's
see it
deep.
or not, it affects people around you. Like the example I just gave, like it's like imagine a broken glass,
Yeah.
and you have unforgiveness in your heart, and like that's a broken glass, and you just kind of patching it up,
Or
but you still broken at the end of the day. So now you leaking, and
hmm.
you affecting close people to you. That could be family members,
That's deep.
like anybody that's close to you. You could like that unforgiveness could leak without you knowing. It could be triggers for you. Like if something happened with you and your family, and then like a coworker was to do something or something similar, or it reflects what that happened, it could be a trigger for you, and now you tweaking out. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like important to really cover all those ground bases. Like I said, I feel like if you're not doing that, it's hard for you to continue to grow spiritually, because that's a weight on your shoulders that's not allowing you to get to a certain level spiritually. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the Bible says, it speaks about forgiving over and over. Like it says
Hmm.
like 77 times 7 or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? So in long story short, no matter how many times it happened, you have to forgive. You feel what I'm saying?
Or
But with that being said, depending on situations, you also can set boundaries though, and time being patient and allowing God to work through the situation is key too, because you can't handle. My overseer used to say, you can't handle a hot pot while it's hot.
right.
So it's like if something is fresh and some is really like certain stuff that hit deep. You feel what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
people go through real life situations, bro. Like I'm talking about like molestation. I'm talking about real things that
Yeah.
make you be like, whoa, like that'll scar you deep for life. That
Hmm.
could change your whole life. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
it could change and dictate a lot. So I know it's easier said than done. And recently it's so crazy because I was put in a predicament to refill that, if that makes sense. Like I was talking to a friend a couple weeks ago about like my past and stuff like that, and how he's going through something similar. And I was speaking to him, basically just telling him how like I know it's easier said than done, and I was like, it was times where I thought I forgave, but I really didn't. I really just suppressed it, and I was talking about how you have to really walk every day if you have to pray and walk it out and ask God to pray that unforgiveness out of your heart. You have to do it every day.
Hmm.
And I was just re-put in that predicament literally this past Sunday, bro. Um, yeah, it definitely is. And it was just now today that I reached out to that person to be able to try to talk something out, because like I felt it. Like I felt it was like the situation that happened, it stirred up everything.
Hmm.
And while we here, bro, I wasn't planning to speak on it because it was fresh, it was new. But I really feel like just us being transparent is beneficial to people. And I just feel like this is not about us. You feel what I'm saying? It's about giving God the glory and
Right.
doing his work. So long story short, it was a situation Sunday where I asked my mom a question. We go to two different churches, and just some background information. Like the church you go to, it's like a gay boy that's on a choir and stuff like that. So I just asked a simple question about like, does the pastor like speak on certain things?
Hmm.
Cause I actually been to the church. The pastor, I actually like him. He seemed like a real good stand-up guy. He been through a lot himself. He overcame a lot himself.
Hmm.
He's real transparent. He keep everything in being. So I respect him as a man, and I like him. I've been there once. But I just asked, like, does he speak on certain things? Because my mom goes to that church, and I don't want it to be an environment to where it's comfortability, where they're not getting convicted of certain things and not willing to make the effort. They feel like they don't got to make an effort. That
Right.
so that's where the question stemmed from to begin with. But as I asked the question, it seemed like she was getting agitated, and it seemed like she felt like I was attacking her. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's as because she explained how basically, like, yeah, pastors speak to him about basically allowing that type of thing to happen on the choir, and his viewpoint on it is basically that's between them and God, and basically having to allow God to just work and having love regardless of their situation, and just basically being there and just not judging and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, of course, like there is no judging or nothing like that. I was just
Right.
speaking regarding about not being comfortable and not being and him not saying certain things to allow God to weigh on them heavier, or because I just feel like in general when you locked in with God, He convicts you of certain things. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's what's so scary is like if once you learn the truth, you're held to that account. So it's like that's worse now. It's like you know the truth, you know you're not supposed to be doing this, and you just still doing it. So that's deliberate versus you not knowing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's basically where I was coming from. And long story short, it started getting to the point to where I don't know if she felt like I was attacking her. I don't know if it was like a conviction thing or what, but it started getting like to the point to where like she was getting like agitated. We was talking about it, and it ended up started getting like to where we was speaking about like my past and trauma and stuff like that. And she spoke on something along the lines of, she said something along the lines of like how I come off. I feel like she felt like I was coming off hard, like I was coming off judgmental sometimes and stuff like that. And she was saying like how some of her friends said something like, "Is Aaron okay with this?" or something like that, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, well, I ain't say with all due respect because at the time it was intense. You feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm just like, honestly, I don't care about what nobody think. None of your friends got to say nothing. I'm standing on God. I'm standing what God's word is, regardless. I'm standing 10 regardless. You feel me? And
Right.
I don't care what nobody got to say. If they look at me different, if I know you should be doing this, I'm going to talk to you in love. I'm going to stoop down to your level at that time. I'm going to encourage you. But at the same time, the love I know between me and my mom is very direct.
Yeah.
We're very direct and transparent. So if I'm being direct and transparent to you, you can't say I'm judgmental because that's our relationship. You can't say that. That's me being how I'm acting how we've been acting our whole life. When I was younger, you asked me a question, I would tell you the truth.
Yeah.
You was direct to me and told me don't do that, and what you showed me a real lifestyle that certain people was living and that you was living, so I wouldn't do the same thing. We was very transparent our whole life. So it's like now that I'm being transparent with you and telling you like, nah, we can't do that, or whatever case may be, you can't say I'm being judgmental now. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I carry it different with everybody, and I know I just pray for God to have discernment and pray be able to use me and speak through me in a lot of situations. I take away me in situations to be able to let God work because I don't come out. I love everybody. I don't judge nobody, but I'm just very passionate. I'm at a point to where I actually fear God and I'm stepping by Him regardless. You feel me? So, like I said, it started getting like personal and stuff like that. It even got back to the point of me getting kicked out and stuff like that. And my mom, bro, at the end of the day, like this is not me bashing my mom. This is not me. Me and my mom been through hell and back. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't see her put something on a plate and her not eat. You feel what I'm saying? To watch me eat. Like we didn't. Like she's a good mom. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is stuff that happened in my life. You feel what I'm saying? That is able to be a blessing to somebody else because they could be going through something similar. So I'm not afraid to talk about situations. You feel what I'm saying? So this is not me bashing my mom. This is not me speaking or talking down on my mom. My mom was a great mom and she did everything she could with what she had. You feel what I'm saying? We was put in certain predicaments. She was a single mother. A lot of stuff happened, bro. And she been through a lot herself. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why it's really important to do your groundwork and heal because, like I said earlier, it can leak on other people. And I feel like that was a situation with me where she went through a lot as a kid and stuff like that. And some of the stuff ended up dripping on me. And I got caught in a crossfire. But like I said, going back on track of the story, we was speaking about the whole kicking out thing, and basically like the sequence of stuff happening. And she was just talking about how sometimes when I speak on a situation, it's like I'm giving like one side of the story. It was like I'm not saying my side of why I got kicked out, and I'm like, I got kicked out because I feel like the reason I got kicked out doesn't affect my trial. That's why when I'm on a podcast or I'm speaking to a friend or something like that, I'm getting to the main meat of the source. I'm not talking about stuff that's not important at the moment. So I don't have no problem with telling people that I got on punishment to begin with because I was skipping. I wasn't going. I was coming to school late and I was missing first period, and my teacher called you saying I was failing. That's okay. The story that ended up happening where I got kicked out initially was that's what happened. And fast forward, the one day I had missed the bus. Like she had took my car and everything, so I had missed the bus in the afternoon. So my man Henry picked me up. One of my friends picked me up. I went to his house, whatever the case may be, and I didn't come right home after school how I should have. You feel me? And basically, a lot happened from there. And it was conversation that happened that she was talking about. It's probably like all over the place right now. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
like
you
piece
good.
everything, but she was just speaking about how like one of the things she was trying to emphasize on was how long I was on punishment for or something like that. I thought I was on punishment longer than what she thought, and she thought it was like a short period of time. But in real reality, that has nothing to do with what happened. I got on punishment, whatever. It doesn't matter. I got kicked out once you seen that I didn't come home. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what happened. Yes, yes, it was grades that involved and stuff like that, school, other stuff that involved, okay. But I got kicked out when I didn't come home. You feel what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
I just feel like she was majoring in something minor, but I felt like in the midst of that, the main point of me saying all that was, in the midst of all that, I felt like she was trying to justify why she did what she did, and I felt like in the midst of all that, it was like stirring things back up, and I
Yeah.
started to like, bro, it got real. Like I started like tearing up, like getting mad, everything. Like we were on the phone, and I felt like everything was staring back up of a situation that really occurred that I thought I forgave. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I felt like God put me through that again to really show like, number one, this is something that you got to actively live. So, bro, I had to like literally since Sunday, bro, I've been praying every day. How I said in the
Yeah.
last video or the video before, to see the unforgiveness out of my heart. And like I said, I just ended up reaching out to her today to be able to talk eventually and stuff like that. But it was a process for me to get there. I was really praying in my word every day, trying to get to that point because,
Yeah.
like I said, the enemy will literally capitalize off of that. Mind you, that was Mother's Day, bro. That's supposed to be a day where
Yeah.
you
That's
feel what I'm
crazy.
saying? So it
Word.
was just like the enemy just be trying to move so much, bro. And it's like us being grounded is a testament to what we have to do because he had knocked you off your pivot. You feel what I'm
Word.
saying? If I didn't go through what I went through before and how I've been grinding, how I know I gotta forgive and how I know I have to actively live it. I can't just be speaking it. And that's why I like that we chose Kingdom Carriers because we gotta carry this out outside of the bro. I'm not in this for no fake walk, bro. Like I'm not there's people that go to church, you feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then outside of church they do whatever they want. I'm carrying this day by day. You feel what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
feel like that's what's so important for us to really actively carry stuff out, and God sees that and honors that. You feel what I'm saying? So I
Word.
just think, like
I
I
feel
said
like
all that. I said a lot, bro. And it's probably all over the place, but
now you good, bro. You just speaking like, like I said, like everything you spoke on. You know what I mean, like what you went through, like that just shows like right there. Cause even what you said, like you thought you forgave, but at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean, it's like that just it reopened back up. So I'm saying
yeah,
like that is important. Why I feel like you should have a relationship with God because He could show you, you know, if you feel like you've grown in certain areas, show you that it's still areas that you need working on. You know what I mean? And just off that, and as well as like, it not only that, it can get you to act how having that unforgiveness can make you just change who you are overall. Like it could just, you know what I mean, who you not really is.
yeah,
Like just for example, like um again, like what me and my wife been through when we first started, talking, like we had our ups and downs. It was dark, but like, no, I mean, she did some things that, I mean, a person wouldn't forgive, like, you know what I
yeah,
mean, like just stuff that no normal person would do, and then you'll think like, okay, you'll forgive them, like, nah, like she did some things, like, you know what I mean, that was just like you out of pocket, you know what I'm saying, but
yeah,
during that whole season, it was just like I didn't even really have that much of a relationship with God. You know what I mean? But just looking back now, like I said, now that I know, and that's something I need to work on, I looked at it as not only that God used her to help me to grow to have unforgiveness. I mean, to grow to be forgiveful.
Yeah.
Sorry, forgive me for that. For be forgiveful, you know what I mean, in certain situations, as well as both of us, you know, because I'm not just gonna blame it on her. It was me too as well. Like, it was times again, like she done things, like I said some things, you know, that was hurtful. She said some things that were hurtful. You know, she put her hands on me. I almost put my hands on her. You know, like there's just a lot of things, like, you know, stuff that we did, and it made me feel a certain way, like as if like I had jealousy in my heart, like along with many other things that you're not supposed to have in your heart.
Yeah.
To want to grow and expand as like spiritually and mentally, like it was messing me up. Like again, like it's like it was more so hurting me more than it probably even, not to say it probably did hurt her, but it was hurting me more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like forgiveness, like you should have forgiveness in your heart, as well as not only that, just have that relationship with God, because He will show you again, like not
Everything
only
you need to
like
work on.
right, and He will also use people to help. He could, like, you know what I mean, to help you where you're weak at, where you feel like you've grown. And so not only that, like just overall, like not only just forgiving others, but you should forgive yourself. You know what I mean? In situation, like, you know, many people like go through things like, it's always such as you forgive a person, but nah, people go through certain seasons of life where they might not forgive themselves for a certain thing that they done. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And just like offering an example, like again, like my mother, like I speak to her all the time, like with my little brother, like again, like, you know what I mean? My little brother, like he got a disorder. So like he's not with, like he's in a facility, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really speak too much on him. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to again, but yeah, he's in a facility, but he's doing well, you know. And I always try to tell her that when I visit him, you know. But she'll go here and there often, you know what I mean? But I feel like as if she blames herself for him being in there, and again, and I feel like just her going there to see him, like it just takes something out of her, you know, like
Yeah.
she
It
just gets
refreshes
upset.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she gets upset because she like just looking at it, like, dang, I'm the reason why he's in there, and it hurts her every time. And from that, she, again, like she's not seeing her, but like again, I try to put that in her head, because it's not only that we should honor our parents, but the parents should honor their kids too as well. Like they should, you know what I mean, cater to their kids, look after their kids, nurture their kids, you know what I mean? So I just let her know, like, at the end of the day, like, you have to forgive yourself to move on, you know? Like, again, like, no matter what anybody tells her, you know what I mean, that try to bring her down or move her to the point where she's not gonna forgive herself, like she don't forgive herself, because
Yeah.
again, I know, like, I know how she feels, you know what I mean? Like, we spoke on it, and again, like, you know what I mean, she gets emotional on it, so I know that's, like, a part in her life, like, that she still got to work on, and she's not moving on from it. But, like I tell her before, I always tell her, like, just continue to be in the spirit. Pray, keep God in your life, and just, He will guide you out of that. You know what I mean? And overall, just go see Him, like, you know what I mean? Like, spend time with Him, like, you know, like, that could also, like, help you, not only that, like, mentally, spiritually, but as well as you having that thought like you're a bad mom. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you're not. That's what I'm saying. But yeah,
And
that's
I
pretty
think
much
that
it.
that's a topic to touch on too. Like you said, forgiving yourself, and like I'm speaking. I'm not a parent. I'm not a parent yet or whatever. But to the parents, I feel like you have to give yourself grace sometimes. Nobody's perfect, and there's not a parent on this earth that can say I never
Speak.
made a mistake. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So like to the situation with my mom, the situation with your mom, whatever, or anybody else's mom, or if you're a parent that you did things to your child, or whatever case may be, whatever stuff happens, life happens.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? if you get to a point to where you beating yourself up, the enemy is using that against you as well. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to cause you to
Tough.
go through depression,
Word.
and that's when things like suicidal thoughts come in, and he like literally playing the mind game with you.
Drinking, smoking.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you just doing all this stuff to cope and come
Right.
up with all this stuff just to get over the thought process. When the whole time you just granting more access by drinking and smoking and all this
Right.
other stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Makes
So
it
it's just
worse. For
like literally,
sure.
bro. So it's just like stop. At the end of the day, it's nothing you can do to reiterate what you did, but make the adjustment. Learn from it.
Tough.
You feel what I'm saying? You
Right.
got to learn from the mistake that you made with these children because raising a kid not easy,
At all.
especially growing up in certain environments and being single mothers and being like, you feel what I'm saying? Like my mom is a real MVP, bro. You feel what I'm saying? My mom,
Same,
then
bro.
bro, these
I
moms is
understand.
warriors, bro. Like they really been. I bro, if I told my mom, if I told my mom's story, bro, like people be like, whoa, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like my
Yeah.
mom been through hell and back, bro, and still standing here. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I be trying to tell her. Like at the end of the day, just because this happened and this happened, you made this mistake, but you had us young. You was a kid at some point. You feel what I'm saying? And I be explaining that, but it's just like at the end of the day, you got to be able to stay grounded in your word, and you got to be able to know, like at the end of the day, God forgave me. You feel what I'm saying? So why
Right.
not forgive yourself? You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just stuff like that that people in general, and that's to anybody, not even just parents. That's just to anybody that may feel like they did something wrong and it's weighing heavy on them. At the end of the day, you feel what I'm saying? You have to make the adjustment and do your groundwork spiritually. Lock in, like look, read your word, pray every day. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I said, I've been praying every day. That just happened Sunday. You feel what I'm saying? I've been praying, bro. A lot of you not every day. I've been praying multiple times a day because I felt it stirring back up as if it was years ago. I got
Yeah.
kicked out years ago, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like it felt like it was getting to that point. Like I'm raising my voice. I'm starting to tear up. It got to that
Yeah.
point, but I had to realize like immediately right after that, after I hung up, bro, I immediately prayed. Like immediately. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm just like that alone is just I seen the growth in myself because before I'd have shut down. I'm not rapping to you, nothing. Like it was
Yeah.
like bro, I didn't when that first happened when I was younger, bro, I didn't talk to my mom for over a year. You feel what I'm saying? I really was becoming cold-hearted. I was becoming numb. You feel what I'm saying? But the adjustment that I made immediately was I'm praying that out of me. You feel what I'm saying? And I just pray that this situation don't affect me. You feel what I'm saying? I pray that God able to use this situation again for his glory. And I just pray against anything that the devil could try to throw my way because at the end of the day, I'm tired, bro. I'm sick of him, bro. Like the devil got the same
No.
tactic. You're not about to hit me with the same trick you just did a few like when I was
Right.
a teenager, bro. You're not about to do the same thing. So now I'm praying this out of me every day. You feel what I'm saying? And now I'm gonna make sure I had this conversation with my mom early. So now this bitterness and numbness and coldness is not affecting me and my wife now. And,
Right.
and other stuff, bro.
Exactly.
You can't. He got the same tactics,
Now
bro.
that's
He
deep.
really a goofball.
Yeah.
I'm tired of him, and it's really on site every time he try to do something. It's up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I'm carrying it with him, bro. Like,
And that's how you definitely should like look at it, bro. Like, see, like I like that because like, again, like the fact that you not only praying and you got God in your life, you know, like, and you just building that relationship with God. It's the fact that like you looking at it deeper. Like you don't want this to affect your wife. Could affect your kids. Like it could be a
literally,
generational thing.
literally.
Like so you want to break that now, break that chain now, so you can, it won't affect, you know what I mean, and go generation after generation, you know what I mean, and continue to be a seed, a bad seed that sprouts, you know what I mean. So definitely, like that's a major thing. Like I said, like just having that relationship with God, and He's gonna help you. Like you meet Him halfway, He's gonna help you get through whatever you gotta get through. Like that you feel like you need to work on. Like and help you cope the healthy way. The positive way is just staying in the word. That's the healthiest way you could you know what I mean, being in God's presence, coming to his house, his kingdom, you know what I mean, his house, you know what I mean? Just all of the above, just again, just helping you move forward in life from things that, you know what I mean, that's holding you back. So that's real deep. Like especially like I said, like again, like just not to let it just affect you in the future. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like you want
can't.
to break that now, you want to stop that now. So yeah, man, that's deep, bro.
Not
But
for, not for sure.
yeah, we about, well, yeah, that's probably about it for today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, we spoke on, we about, you mean, and then If you got anything else you want to speak on, bro, I mean, or give positive message to the viewers on, or I mean, something you want to let the
Or for
world know.
we could just do this, right? Because we named ourselves Kingdom Carriers.
Yeah.
Why do you think Kingdom Carriers was a good fit for us, and how does that tie into unforgiveness and walking that walk?
Again, like I feel like that Kingdom Cares, like just that is a good fit for us. Just to say, like again, like I feel like God again is giving us a certain mission. You know what I mean? Like certain purpose for us to be able to, you know, um, spread His word. You know what I mean, to others. Plant His word, plant that seed within others, to want to grow spiritually, getting closer to Him, working on what they need to work on to better themselves. You know what I mean, and just being able to lure more souls to His kingdom, more people to come to Him, seek Him. You know what I mean, for whatever they going through. Not only just that, again, like just building a relationship with Him, come to His house to praise and worship Him, just all around, like just change for the better,
Yeah.
spiritually, and along that, that's all gonna come. Like, you know what I mean, He's gonna renew you, He's gonna refresh you, He's gonna heal you mentally, physically, as well as spiritually. You know what I mean? So that is why I feel like, you know what I mean, Kingdom Cares, like that just fits us, because again, like we here to, you know what I mean, do God's work. Do God gave us a purpose to do His work. You know what I mean? To again
Yeah, for
be
sure.
here
And
for
I,
us.
and I, and I spoke on it
Yeah.
a little bit during the middle of the video. But like I said, I like the name so much because it's something that we carry daily. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, and that's one thing that I want to talk about too. Like, bro, the devil is not scared of people going to church, bro. He's not. You feel what I'm saying? He's scared of complete surrenderance. And when you really fully surrender and you able to grow spiritually and minimize your flesh,
Right.
you feel me? That's when he start to tremble. You feel me? Because once we start tapping into our power, bro, he can't tweak with us. You feel me? So that's why I think I like the name too much, because we really carrying this walk daily despite our situations that we've been through. And
Right.
I feel like everything that we've been through, it's able to allow us to be a blessing to others, and to be transparent, and to allow us to be relatable. You feel what I'm saying, to people? I really feel like that's what's the main thing for me is, bro, I feel like I can be relatable to a lot of people in certain areas because I'm so transparent, and I tell myself, you feel me, saying I got to pray every day and to do this and do that, and to make sure I'm in line with God and stuff like that, because it get tough. But at the end of the day, this is the process of carrying this walk every day. You feel what I'm saying? So that's
Right.
why I really like Kingdom Carriers for sure.
No, yeah, that's definitely deep. Like, I like that. I said, like, we here to, on a daily carry, like, we here to
Yep.
carry, like, you know what I mean, and just to show people how, you know what I mean, just, again, we're not perfect, but how we should carry for God, how we should, you know what I mean, show people an example how we should be rocking for God, like, you know what I mean, how we should move for Him, you know what I mean, like, again, like, we all relatable, we all go through, like, a lot of us go through the same stuff, just different households, or
Yep.
with different situations, you know what I mean, it's just all about how, again, we carry that situation, like, what are we going to do about that situation, and again, in a way, if I could say, like I said, the healthy way I carry it is being in my word, praying, you know what I
Got
mean,
to.
and just, again, just having that relationship with Him, like, you know what I mean, being in His presence, and not rushing His presence, like, you know what I mean, is what could get you through that, you know what I mean, but.
Nah, for sure. But that's about it for our third vid. You ready to close it?
Yeah,
You close it with a word of prayer. You want both pray, one of us pray. How you want to do it?
You said a prayer.
I
What you
said
take
them
away?
all. God, just thank you for all that you do. We're sorry for anything we may say the other day, Father, that wasn't in your name. I pray that if there's any seeds of unforgiveness in people's hearts and all the viewers' hearts, God, I pray that you're able just to carry them through that situation, Father. Let them know that that they cannot hold that within their hearts, God. I pray they able to take the steps daily to want to let go and forgive, God. I pray that once they start to forgive, God, you able to move in their life, God, and allow them to grow spiritually, Father, and start to want to minimize their flesh. I pray that you're able just to start holding them accountable. I pray that you just start to convict these people, Father, put them through anything they got to get put through so they're able to see and draw closer to you, Father. I pray that they're able just to want to seek after you, God. I pray that you just put a fire in everybody's spirit to want to chase after you, God. I pray that us being transparent and telling on ourselves and being honest, God, is able to allow people that's older, younger, however, whatever the age is, to want to draw closer to you, Father, and want to learn it and want to grow towards you. I pray that you just put a hedge of protection over our friends, our family, and everybody around us, God. I just pray that you just keep us uplifted. I bind up any spirit of anger, depression, or anxiety, God. I decree peace, love, and joy into our hearts and our homes. I just pray that you just continue to just stay by our side and keep us focused on you and keep you the main priority despite our situation, not allowing the enemy to have his way, God. Pray we able just to get through any obstacle and thank you for trusting with these trials and tribulations, God. For we know that they was able to make us become better and grow us spiritually, God. I just pray that we able to use all of our obstacles for your kingdom and your glory, God. And I just thank you for all that you do. In the name of Jesus, God, I pray. Amen.